Hi Flosstube, I'm Annie and I am the Proper Stitcher, and welcome to episode 121. If this is your first time joining me, I am so glad you stopped by today. This is a channel where I like to talk about cross stitch and hopefully give you inspiration to fully finish your projects. And if you are returning, thank you so much for your continued support. All of your wonderful comments you send my way. I appreciate each and every one of you. So it's been a few weeks since my last episode, my last Flosstube episode. I was preparing to go to market, which is the Nashville Needlework Market, and that was the first weekend in March. And since then, it has just been busy. So in this episode, I am going to give you a market update, share with you some photos I took that weekend, give you all the details of Nashville Needlework Market. Of course, share with you some life updates. I do have one whip that I'd like to share with you, a little bit of haul, some updates coming up in the next few weeks on my Flosstube channel, and an announcement about a subscription box that I am participating in with the Fanciful Flamingo. So grab a pen and paper, grab your favorite beverage, and of course grab your cross stitch, and let's get started. Start with some life updates because, you know, I love sharing about my family and about what I've been doing outside of my Proper Stitcher business, and I just wanted to share with you all a few little things. So since market, we came home from market and I still had some work to do post-market. So getting some orders shipped, some things that we ran out of at market, and filling orders and things like that. And then I decided at the last minute to take Tristan to Florida for his spring break. His spring break was this past week, which is why you all did not see me last week. I really intended on recording a Flosstube after market, but I just did not have the time between filling orders and preparing to go out of town. So I am coming to you this week because I was out of town last week. But he's a senior in high school, and Matthew had to work. There was just not going to be an opportunity for us to do anything. So he and I just took a quick trip down to Florida. He was able to be with some friends. I was able to get some work done while he was having beach time. And it was just fun to reconvene with him at night. We did dinners together, and it was just a nice time to share with him. You may remember last summer he was gone for about a month for what he is called Work Crew. He volunteers for Young Life, and he is gone once a month or 1 month in the summer to work their camp. And so he's going to be gone again this summer for a month, and then he goes off to college in August. So I'm trying to soak up as much time with him as I possibly can. And then we got home on Friday, this past Friday. And Gray spent a week in South Carolina with her friends. A friend of hers had an opportunity for them to sneak away to the coast of South Carolina, and they had just a wonderful time together. They were able to get a completely different beach time than what we did in the Gulf. You know, the two beaches are so beautiful, and Gray really enjoyed having that time with her friends and exploring South Carolina, and really enjoyed being there. And so as they were driving back through on Saturday, she stopped. They drive right through Knoxville, so they stopped and we had lunch with them. There were 8 of them, so we took the girls to lunch, and then they got back in the car and they headed on up to stay with another friend's mom and dad, you know, her family, before they finished the journey Sunday to go to campus. So that has been my life over the last few weeks. And so now things have kind of settled back down before they get busy again with graduation coming up and all those kinds of things. But it was a wonderful last few weeks. I did not get to see my sister very much because she was out of town for a funeral in Oklahoma. And so they were able to come back to Florida on Thursday. So Tristan and I were able to meet them for a quick lunch on Friday before he and I drove home on Friday. So that is my life in a nutshell over the last few weeks. Did not get a lot of stitching time in because of market. and because of being out of town. But I have been doing some stitching this week and preparing for future designs and all of those fun things that go along with it. So that is my life update in a very brief nutshell. So let's jump into a market update. So this year I attended the Nashville Needlework Market place. It's hosted in Franklin, Tennessee by Yarn Tree. Yarn Tree and needlework retailer, and they host this event every year, and it is a wonderful opportunity for shops, local needlework shops and online needlework shops to come together and purchase items wholesale for their stores, so they can bring these items to you as a customer. And it's a wonderful opportunity for us exhibiting as designers or other companies, whether it be fabric dyers or floss dyers, all these companies, to meet these needlework stores. And so there were people from all over the world there. There were people from Australia, shops from New Zealand and Canada and the UK and Netherlands, all over the world. And it was just so much fun to put a face with the name of all of these stores that I have placed orders with since I started this journey last summer. So I've attended market before on the buyer side with a shop, Stitch, etc. I attended within the last 2 years. This is the first time that I attended as a exhibitor, and it was amazing. I don't even know where to begin with you all, because there was just so much leading up to it. I think I've shared with you all the prep that went into market, between designing and all the printing and all of those wonderful things. But then leading up to market, we were filling the pre-orders, and that gave me a good idea of what to expect for sales at market. So I always every time I filled a pre-order, I made sure that I had plenty of inventory to take with us to market, because I knew to expect shops to come in during market. And it was nonstop. Matt and I got there on Thursday night, the night before market began. Market began on Friday, March 1st at 4 o'clock. So we got there the night before, and Robin with Little Robin Designs was kind enough to share her exhibition space with me. So it's held at the Embassy Suites, and so the living room portion of the Embassy Suites is your shop space. So Robin and I shared that space, and she was such a delight to share a room with. She came with her husband and her son. Of course, Matthew came with me, and we all just hit it off. We all had a good time. It was so much fun to share a room with her. We were on the 4th floor, and it was just great setting up. I did not know how it would work. I didn't know what to expect, but I took everything I could, and we just made it work, and it was amazing to bring all of my spring models for these shops to see in person. So we set up Friday night. I got to meet some people Friday night that I have not met before. The very first thing we did was hang my banner, and I was so thankful that Gary and Ronnie with Gayron Stitchery showed up when they did, because Matt needed help hanging the banner, because I have a fear of heights, and I didn't expect for me hanging or standing next to the wall of the on the floor. So it's an atrium style of a hotel, and I just had this fear of heights, and I have for a long time, but it's gotten worse as I've gotten older, and I don't know why or what has triggered it, but it's gotten a lot worse. So every time I try to lean over or kind of stand next to the railing to help Matt hang the banner, I just couldn't. I couldn't. I was worried that I was going to drop my end. It was just a disaster. Well, thankfully, Gary walked up when he did, because he was able to help Matt. I don't know if Gary wanted to help Matt, but or was expecting that, but I kind of wasn't taking no for an answer. So thank you so much, Gary, for helping Matt hang my banner, because I got really scared. It was just horrible. So thankfully that was done. But that was Thursday night. We finished setting up Friday morning, and then Friday at 4 o'clock market opened, and it was non-stop all weekend. So Friday night was 4 to 8. Saturday was super busy. I don't think that I had expected it to be as busy as it was on my end. You know, I've been, like I said, on the buyer side, walking and shopping, but you would do a little work, take things back to your room, get organized, go back out. But when you are exhibiting, I have a whole new respect for everybody who is exhibiting, because it is nonstop, because you don't know when there'll be a lull or how long it will be busy. And for us, it was busy all weekend. I did not even get to leave my room on Saturday. Sunday came around and I thought, this will probably be the day that I'll be able to do some shopping for myself, or to get things that I need for designing. I really wanted to go and check out some fabrics and some floss, and of course see all the models and all the other rooms from all the other designers. But every time I would leave, I would get a text from Matt and say, please come back. And I knew that if Matt texted, he really needed me, because he's perfectly capable of handling any of these things. But it was really busy all weekend. So thank you all so much for placing those pre-orders with your stores. You can still pre-order or order through your store. I will not have any of my new designs on my Etsy shop until the end of April. So if there is anything that you want that I have to offer, the best way to get that is through your local needlework store or your online needlework store. All these shops will do mail orders, and then of course so will online shops. But it was so much fun. I got to meet a lot of people that I have been communicating with, or that I just met for the first time. It was so much fun, and I could not have asked for anything better. Everyone from Flosstubers to who were there helping other designers or shops, and everyone from shop owners coming by. It was in other designers offering their support. It was a wonderful first time at Market, and I can't wait to go next year. So thank you all so much. So I was able to purchase a few things at Market, the few little times I got to hop out of my room. And it was nice to do that, because I really needed to touch base with Teresa with Needle Bling Designs. I use a lot of her fabrics, and it was really nice to meet her husband, and it was nice to see some of her other colors in person. So she's shipping me some things once they are dyed and once they're ready to go for future designs. But what she did have in stock, she shared with me. So here we go. So this is some colors, and I'll try to hold them up for you to see. This is Shrekie's Tan, which is one of my favorite colors. And it's actually one that I'm using in my next design that will be released. And it is a beautiful color. So this is 36 count Shrekie's Tan. If you are ever in a needlework store and you see this color, grab it, because it is one of their most popular colors. What I like a lot about Needle Bling Design fabrics is the modeling on her fabrics are very subtle. They're very soft, and so they're beautiful for things that you don't want a lot of distractions. And Shrekie's Tan is one of them. So this is 36 count. It has just enough modeling on it to give it character, but it is not distracting. So this is 36 count Shrekie's Tan, and it is a beautiful neutral color. So there's one side of it. Let me show you this side. A great tan, great for samplers and all kinds of things like that. But this is 36 count, and I believe this is a half yard that she gave me. So pretty. The next color that I got, I'm so excited about, because I've been wanting to see this in person. This is Pumpkin Pie, and as you can imagine, it is going to be a beautiful fall color. So this is Pumpkin Pie, and see how subtle that modeling is? Just really, really pretty. I love this color. It's almost like a butterscotch. Look how I do this. It's almost like a butterscotch. Perfect for autumn designs, but here's a little close-up for you. Very subtle modeling. I love this color. The next one I have not seen before. I am also waiting on Lightning, which is what I used for Strength and Dignity. That is a subtle, subtle, soft blue. She's sending me some more of that. And Heirloom I used for the Promise of Spring. Both of those are my favorite colors. And so she's sending me those and a couple of other colors. I can't remember, but this is what she still had in stock when I saw her on Sunday. So this is 36 count suede. This is a little darker than what I'm used to going with, but it's still a beautiful color. This will also be great for autumn designs and things that I want something a little bit darker. So this is great. I'm so excited to add these to my stash. So all of these are 36 count. She's sending me a variety of other count sizes and colors as soon as they get them dyed. I think a lot of shops, dyers and floss companies and designers, we were all just, I've heard it across the board from everybody. Had a really good turnout at market, so many shops, so many orders to fill. It was amazing. It was so much fun. I was able to pop into Rogue Fabrics and speak with them. I got a beautiful scarf. I left it downstairs. Sorry. It's blue, of course, and it is so soft and so pretty. They have never had scarves before. I was so excited to buy a scarf. I mean, random. I wasn't expecting to do that, but it was what I needed at that time. And then the other shop I was able to pop into very briefly, and it was literally 10 minutes before we closed on Sunday. Sunday it ended at 4. So I popped into Gloriana Silks, and I really wanted to try to make my way down to Weeks Dye Works and to Hoffman, because Hoffman was selling the classic colorwork colors for the season, and to get my Prairie Schooler Santa, but I didn't get to do that. So I'll have to place that order with one of my shops. But I did go into Gloriana Silks. I love Gloriana Silks. I mean, I use a lot of MPIs. I use a lot of different silks, but it is so much fun to go into Gloriana Silks and see their colors in person. So bear with me. I am going to show you all of these colors. I've got all of these colors, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I figured we will figure out a design or a pattern for them. I'm going to have to wear my glasses because I can't read. Pewter. This is a beautiful subtle gray. I just love that. This is slate blue. All of these colors just really complement each other. Flamingo. So look at these together. Those three together would make a beautiful little sampler. Continuing on with the blue and the pinks, we have Cotswold blue and Victorian Rose. Now we're getting into a few of the greens that I got. This one was new. This is Blue Spruce. I would just love to see their facility where they dye all these colors. Silver green and another green. Oh, I bought two blue spruces. Maybe one of those will be a giveaway. This is Hyacinth. This is a new color this year, and they gave me some of the new colors. So Hyacinth, so pretty. Cobblestone, it's also another great gray color. This is beautiful. This is, I think I'm gonna have to use this for something for Christmas. This is Virginia Pine, and it is a beautiful hunter green. It reminds me of the green that I'm using for Balsam Fir, that I'm using for Quaker Christmas. When I pull that one back out, I will show you. It will come back out. And then we have, this is beautiful. This is Antique Dark Gray. I thought that would be beautiful for the fall, and maybe something on pumpkin pie. That would be really pretty. Then we have Weathered Wood and Pigeon. This one has a nice variegation to it, kind of grays and pinks. And then we have, she gave me some of her Tudor silk. This is Weathered Wood and Tudor silk. So these are finer silks. And this is a pashmina, and the color is pewter. And then the last color they gave me was Daffodil. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh. I think she said that they're going to start presenting them like this and not twisted like this. So if you see these in your store in the future and they're hanging like this or on display like this, never fear. That's just their new way of doing it. And I like it better like this, because then you can actually see the variegation. When it's twisted like this, you may get a little bit of a surprise. So those were all of the Gloriana silk colors that I was able to get. So that was pretty much it for market. And then we packed up Sunday at 4, we loaded the car, and we got home about 10 o'clock that night. Because I'm only 3 hours from Nashville, we just decided to go ahead and come all the way home that night. We were exhausted. Matthew did a great job. I was so glad to have him there with me because it just, he did so much. He helped me so much, and was great with all the people, enjoyed talking to all the people. And it was a lot of fun for him to see what I've been describing to him and what to expect from this industry. And I think he was just amazed at the love, the support, the kindness. And so thank you all who came by and said hello. Thank you all who introduced yourselves to me. It was just an amazing time. I think, oh, before I forget, I do want to show you one thing that was on my table at market. I did not know how I was going to be able to decorate my table at market, and I am going to post some photos here at the end of this segment so you can see some of the photos. But I wasn't sure how I was going to be able to decorate my table, what it was going to look like. That's kind of part of the stress of it all too, is you want your models to shine as best as you can and not distract or take away from them. And models meaning your stitched pieces. So I really wanted to use something for my tabletop, and I wanted to use the new French General fabric, but it was coming out. It kept the release date for the new French General fabric kept being postponed and postponed. And the name of the new line is called Antoinette. And you all know I love French General fabric. And so when I realized it was coming out like just a few weeks before market, I called my friend Tammy Blaylock with Creative Country Girl, and I asked if she could make a tabletop for me. So I ordered the fabric when it arrived from Annabella's, and I got the fabric, shipped it to Tammy, and this is what Tammy created. So my table was 6 foot. It was a 6 foot table. And so this is the tabletop cover that she made for me, and I was so thankful that this was one less thing for me to worry about. So this is all of the fabric from the new Antoinette French General fabric line, and she made this amazing table runner for me. It's too big for me to pick up, but I love all of these fabrics. I love the coordinating colors. This is the back, and it is something that is absolutely beautiful. So I will definitely use this again and again. That is the beautiful thing about French General fabrics, is that it is timeless. So thank you so much, Tammy, for creating that for me. So that is all of the market update. I'm sure I left some things out. I do have some haul or some gifts to share with you. Before I forget, a Noteworthy Needle came by to share some things with me because she wanted me to use them as giveaways. So Noteworthy Needle created these beautiful samplers. So this is Charming Child, and it comes with the charms in the sampler. So if you see, this is I guess a birth sampler, and in each little segment you've got the charms to put in there. It is beautiful. And then she gave us the Charming Couple, and this is a wedding sampler or an anniversary sampler. It also comes with all the charms. And then she has these 2 tiny treasure boxes. This is a Tooth Fairy box, and this is a Token from Me to Thee box. So in here has all of your directions on how to create that box. It's so sweet. And then our neighbors directly next to us was Annie B's folk art, and you all know I love Annie B's. And so this is the only pattern that I brought home with me from market, because I did not get a chance to go into other designer rooms, but I was able to go into Annie B's because they were right next door. And I love this 12 Days of Christmas stocking book from Annie B's Folk Art. So they created this beautiful booklet, and it has all of the beautiful 12 Days of Christmas patterns. And I love this book. I love the way they created it. It's easy to read. Each page has 2 designs on it. And then at the back, you have more color photos of the designs and the template, on how to create the stockings. So thank you so much, Annie, for sharing that with me. And it was so nice to meet it was nice to meet your son. I've met your daughters before, but it was so much fun to see them again and get that booklet from them. So thank you very, very much. So these patterns from Noteworthy Needle will be a giveaway for a future design, future Flosstube. So let's take a quick break. When we come back, we are going to talk about subscription boxes. Y'all enjoyed those photos and videos from Market. It was just a wonderful experience. I'm very honored and very thrilled to have been there. Thank you all so much for making that happen. In this segment, we're going to talk about the Fanciful Flamingo subscription boxes. So I've mentioned these to you all before. My friend Alicia, who is the Fanciful Flamingo on social media and on YouTube, and she has a subscription box company that is amazing. It's called the Fanciful Flamingo's Favorite Things, and this is what your box looks like. So she sends these boxes out bi-monthly. It is a subscription. I will link the website below. It is the fancifulflamingo.myshopify.com. It will be linked below. So will her Flosstube and her Instagram and her Facebook pages, so that you can get all the information you want on her boxes and on her. But she does an amazing job with her boxes. What makes her subscription boxes different is she fills them with all of her favorite things. She takes great care into selecting each and everything that goes in there, and there is an exclusive pattern from the designer of that month. So because these are bi-monthly, so there's 6 a year, that means that 6 designers in 1 year, one designer per box. So the box that she has asked me to design an exclusive pattern for is for the May box. So those boxes will be shipped in May. She still has the registration open. If you are interested in registering for that box, you can pause your subscription at any time. You can cancel your subscription at any time. So if you're wanting to have these boxes shipped to you on auto ship, you'll get them every other month. If you're wanting to just do a few a year, you can go in and pause your subscription through your account on the website. Or you can just do one at a time. So go on her website, check out all the information. She started these back in September, so she's had designers like Shannon Christine and Sweet Wing Studio. She's had the Crafty Bluebonnet and trying to remember some others. She's had several different designers over the last few months participate in this. Her boxes are amazing. They do come to you shipped in this adorable pink box. I have not opened this one yet. This is her one for March. I'm behind opening it because I was at market and traveling. So this one was, the designer for this one was from Sweet Wing Studio. So this one is, I do know, Easter themed. She also, with her boxes, you have everything's labeled. You have a lot of items in the box, but then you also get a Zoom night, and it is inside the box. You have the information on there, but the designer will be featured on a Zoom call. So those of you who participated in the box can log in on Zoom that night and hear a conversation, question and answer type between Alicia and the designer, and then it's opened up to for people on the call to ask that designer questions. So lots of things included in this box. So everything comes to you packaged and neatly wrapped, and then she has a card with all the information of what's inside the box. So this one, she has the exclusive pattern and all the floss. It's DMC floss. She has the finishing fabric. It tells you where you can get everything. She has in this one let's just look at it. This one has, let's pull the crinkle paper out. She always has cute stickers in here. So if you like to put stickers on any of your items or in your book of days or anything like that, here's the card with the information for your Zoom call with the password and everything you need and the schedule for it. So in this particular one, she has 16 count Aida from Grace Knows Fabric. So if you want to stitch your piece from the box on this fabric, it's in here. Every box is different. So what's in this box today will not be in the box that is the one with my pattern that will be in it in May. So just so you know, all the boxes are different. We have some stickers, cute stickers, and then we have a project bag tag, and everything is labeled. Her favorite candy for this month is this little pack of jelly beans. We have coordinating decorative pins, very pretty. Some finishing fabric for the piece that's in here. She always has some kind of pretty fabric for finishing. This one has your, my favorite thing, this is the floss winder. So you have one of these winders in here, and this is from Scott's Mountain Crafts. Here is their logo, or their web business card. Can't find my words. Okay, and then, oh, this is adorable. This is my project information card. This is from Tiger Lily Designs, and look at that. It's like a little vintage postcard, and then on the back it has all of your project information. So this is great if you are wanting to keep this with your project bag, and then you can remember all those details about the project that you're working on. You know, everything from the name of the pattern, the designer, the fabric you used, when you started it, when you finished it, the size, and then the floss you used. So if you're framing something, this kind of information is great to put on the back of the frame. So if you want to go to Tiger Lily Designs, she has these there. But it's also great if you have any kind of project keeper or journal. This is great information for that. So here is the pattern from Sweet Wings Studio, and it says, as he said. And so on here, well, let me show you the pattern. I just love Sweet Wings Studio, and I got to meet Susan at Market. She was such a delight. I got to hug her neck. It says, he is not here, for he is risen, just as he said. And it has a cute little bunny and a lamb on there. So all of the DMC floss is in here that goes with the pattern. But on the pattern, there's Classic Colorworks, but this is the DMC conversion that's also listed that Susan provided on the pattern. So everything is neatly wrapped, neatly packaged, an amazing value. But like I said, I am going to be the designer for her May box. So if you are interested in signing up for that, the registration is still open. I'm not sure how long she's going to leave it open. I think through the end of the month. But go on over to her website, check it out, see what you think, and go and look on her social media and Flosstube. So that is the Fanciful Flamingo Favorite Things subscription box. So let's take a quick break. I'll be right back. When we got back from Market, we had to fill some orders because we did sell out of several patterns. And so to fill the orders that we sold out of, we worked on that throughout the week. But I did make a quick break one day and drove up to Johnson City for Cross Stitch and Crafts, their market days. So I went up there because one, they needed some more patterns. So I took some patterns to them and I hung out for the day. I got to stitch, got to do a little bit of shopping, and be a part of their market day when they open the door after Market, you know, their first day back from Market. A lot of stores do that where they have what's called a market day, and it's kind of a day where you get to come in and see everything that's new for Market. And it is so much fun to see all of these stores that how they do their market days, and it was a lot of fun seeing that on social media too. It was great. One thing before I forget, I'm the type of person, if I don't say it when I think about it, then it's gone. So let me say it. It was a lot of fun and very interesting to see a lot of new needlework stores opening up. That is so exciting. It makes my cross-stitch heart so happy that there are a lot of new cross-stitch stores that are opening. There's one up in New York called the Cross-Stitch Corner. You have one in Williamsburg, Virginia, Liberty House Needleworks. There's one in Missouri, Southwest Missouri. I can't remember the name of that one, but they're opening soon. Several online stores that are new. So that was really exciting to see that we have a lot of new cross-stitch stores coming. So that just makes me happy. That is amazing. I love that this community is thriving and that it is growing. So that was exciting. So I went to Johnson City. When I got back, I think their market day was on Wednesday after Market. So when I was there, Bonnie with the Nebby Needle, who is a friend of mine and another designer, she gave me some of her patterns for us to use as future giveaways. So here are some of Bonnie's new releases with the Nebby Needle. This is called Pollinator's Garden. And it's a play on word of pollinator, but Pollinator's Garden. And it is a beautiful big design, but she had it finished into a pillow. So that is going to be one giveaway in the future. Here's another one from Bonnie, the Nebby Needle. This is Don't Touch My Scissors, or Don't Touch Scissors Spool. So she designs these patterns that go on these wooden spools that are, you can purchase them from Pete's Biscuits. So lots of really fun ones that she has designed. I've seen her one, she has one for every season, and it's just a cute way to decorate your spool for your scissors. This one is called When Bluebirds Sing Sampler. Thank you, Bonnie, for all of these. And then this one is called Voice of the Garden, and it says, the hum of the bees is the voice of the garden. It's very pretty. Thank you, Bonnie, for all of those. These will be a future giveaway as well. And then I was able to get some floss. So I needed to pick up some MPI silks. So Sandra always has a beautiful selection of MPIs. So I got this color palette, very pretty blues and greens and grays, and one pink in there. So I got all of those. I'm really building out my silk collection. I mentioned before, I'm part of the Fat Quarter Shop's MPI, or what do they call it? Fine Floss subscription. So every month they send me 4 MPI silks. So this is another selection to add to that. And then I was able to get 3 shades of red. I wonder what I'll be doing with these. But these are sun-dried, cayenne, and cardinal. So this is sun-dried. It's a great shade for tomato. This is cayenne and cardinal. And then I got the new colors from Weeks that they released at Market. This one is called Grassland. Just a pretty green. Winter Wheat. This is just a good flax color. And we've got River Otter. Lots of pretty grays this season. And then this is the last one, and it's called Queen Anne's Lace. So it's kind of a vintage pink, a vintage grungy pink. Let's see if I can come in. Really pretty colors. So I picked all of those up when I was up in Johnson City at Cross Stitch and Crafts. Just a great getaway. I needed just to clear my head kind of a day. So it was a quick trip up and back that day. And then before I forget, Jersey Girl Stitch Company, Teresa at Jersey Girl Stitch Company, she does a lot of my push pins or my decorative pins for some of my designs. And she created 2 pin sets that go with 2 of my new releases. One of them goes with Strength and Dignity. I haven't received it yet, but she's calling it Strength and Dignity. It's on her website. If you are stitching Strength and Dignity and you're finishing it into a pillow or on a board, it would look beautiful. They have beautiful pinks and dogwood charms on them. So I'll link it below, but you can go to her site. She has them ready to go. Beautiful, beautiful push pins. And here are the other ones that I didn't want to take my model down, but this is the other one. This one goes with Lucky You. And it is a wonderful Irish green with the clover and the shamrocks. So pretty. But this is her website. Again, it's Jersey Girl Stitch Company, but here is, I thought I had her business card. I don't have her business card. I don't think you can see that. I will link it below. Jersey Girl Stitch Company. Thank you so much, Teresa. Your pins are always exquisite, and I'm so excited that she named the 2 pins after my new designs. So go and check out her website and see those pins because they're beautiful and they would make a beautiful addition to those 2 patterns. So let's take a quick break. We'll come back and we will look at this particular whip. I really thought that I would have it finished by now. I really thought that this video I would be pulling out a finished piece for you. But I am just so close. I am so close to finishing. Actually, I'll probably be done tonight, but I did not want to delay this video any longer. So you're going to have to wait and see it fully finished until next video. But I am so excited to show you my progress. The pattern I am talking about is the Floral Motif Sampler by Scarlet House. I have enjoyed stitching this piece for, I guess I started this, I'll have to go back and look. I think I started this last year. See if I had one of Tiger Lily Designs. Carrie, I need to get one of your cards for all of my project bags. But if I had filled one of those cards out when I started this, I would have remembered when I started this. I think I started it last spring, so maybe a year ago. It may even be longer than that. But the inspiration behind me stitching this was from Brenda with Brenda and the Cereal Starter. And she stitched this a few years ago. And I just have enjoyed stitching this pattern. It is not as big as it looks. I love this design. I have enjoyed it so much. Let me show you my progress because you all are going to say, Annie, finish that. What's the deal? But I'm so close. I am so close. I mean, you're probably gonna look at it and say, you're done. I'm not done. I'm almost done. I'm so close. So what I have left to do, what I've worked on since I last saw you, let me get my glasses on so I can see what I'm showing you. Okay, so what I have worked on since I last showed this to you, it's almost too big for me to hold it. I worked on this. I've worked on this motif. And in doing this, I can see I forgot a motif right here. So I got to go fill in a little bitty baby motif here. But I worked on this piece, this, and now I'm right here. So I've got this motif to finish, and I think there's one little doodad here, and then we're done. Oh, yeah, wait, whoa. And then I have to come down here and put my initials and the year. They go right, no, they go right here. I think they go right here. My initials and the year. Yes, that's right. So you can see here, she put her initials here. So I will have to work on that. But let's look at it. So I am stitching this with all of the called for Gentle Arts floss. There is a DMC conversion, but I have enjoyed this so much. This is stitched on 40 count Picture This Plus mallow, and using 1 strand of floss over 2, and it has been such a joy to work on. I am so close to finishing. So when you see me next, this will be done, and then we can all have a finishing party. That'll be so much fun. I have really enjoyed this. I've said it so many times that I'm going to be really sad when I'm done, because it's kind of like a really good book and you don't want it to end, but then it ends and it's like, well, what am I going to do now? So this has been my comfort stitch. It has been something that has brought me so much joy. I've enjoyed each little motif because I'll pull the skein of floss, or I'll pull the floss off of my floss ring, and I'll think, oh, that's not going to look good. Why am I going to stitch a flower in this rust color? But then I go and stitch it and it is so beautiful. I was like, why did I doubt that? Of course it's going to be beautiful. So this has just been such an eye-opening experience. It's been a great design and pattern to play with color, to learn how color works together and how all of these colors together make a beautiful big sampler. So thank you so much, Scarlet House, for this amazing pattern. You can still get it from your needlework store, but this is the Scarlet House. It's their floral motif sampler, and each little sampler is like a little finish, and it is amazing. I am so excited. So next time you see me, it will be done and it will be amazing. So excited about that. I'm coming up on my 3-year Flosstube anniversary. April the 1st will be 3 years that I have been coming to you all on Flosstube, and I forget that we get a lot of new subscribers. So if you're new to my channel, this is a channel where when I started, my philosophy was I would rather have a finished project than a perfect project. And the reason I always said that, and still say that, is I know a lot of people who will stitch something and they will just have this pile of finished pieces, but they're not fully finished, because we often tell ourselves that we can't finish that. It's not going to look as good as someone else's, or we are just intimidated or afraid of messing up our piece, so we don't finish our project, fully finish our project. So when I started this Flosstube channel, that was my goal. My goal was to take that fear out of fully finishing your project. So here we are 3 years later, and it's been an amazing journey, and I thank you all so much. So April 1st will be my 3-year Flosstube anniversary, and that is just so hard to believe. So something to celebrate indeed. So let's talk about my other upcoming videos. So I do have some antique samplers that I expect to arrive this week from the UK, and I'm so excited to get those in. I can't wait to bring them to you, can't wait to show them to you, and figure out what I'm going to do with them. So pay attention to that. I will have a new video up as soon as those arrive. We'll just have a special video on hopefully my floral motif sampler being finished, and some new antique samplers coming in the mail. So that'll be fun. So let's take a quick break. We'll come back, we'll do our giveaways, and we'll wrap up. Thank you all so much for your patience from the last giveaway winners that I said, please give me time until after market to get those winners, those prizes in the mail to you. It just has been crazy going to the post office with all the other orders and things like that. So thank you so much for your patience. Those will be out and in the mail this week. But I do have winners from last time. Last time I asked you all to share with me, what are you thankful for? And it was so wonderful reading all of your comments and responses, and it's just so heartwarming to see and read all the things that make you thankful, or that you are thankful for, and make you happy. And so thank you so much for sharing. If you would like to enter a giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, like the video, and respond to the question below. And what I do is before I record each video, the very last thing I do before I press record on my video is I go and I do the random comment picker through a website, and it generates the winners for me. So it's the very last thing I do so that I know everybody has had an opportunity before I record to enter to win. So like the video, subscribe to my channel, and answer the question below. So this week sometimes I do this where I'll forget to think of a question. So bear with me. So let's go over the winners from last time. And last time I said that I would choose 10 winners to have a PDF of mine of their choice. So here are the winners. Number 1, we have Diane Evans 9842. We have Lorraine, that's Lorraine 0160X, or that may be OX, I'm not sure. Kathy Loves Stitching. Patty GIRARD. Maria Mitchell 1384. Dell, that's DELL Richards. Crazy Band Lady Stitches XAN 5148. Kelly Tadlock 7635. Beverly Ingram 9496. And Heidi LEHNIG 3099. So if I called your name, send me an email at theproperstitcher@gmail.com. Let me know what PDF you would like, and I will get that in an email to you. That will make this a little bit easier this time around so that I can just send it to you immediately. So let's do the same for next time. Next time I will choose 10 winners, and I will send you a PDF of your choice from my Etsy shop. As I said before, my new releases will not be available on my Etsy until the end of April. So that is something I like to do for the shop owners. I think that it's only fair, since they traveled all that way to Nashville and they incurred such a big expense for traveling. And I really want to support needlework stores. So I want to give them ample opportunities to sell and promote my patterns and sell them in their store. And so I wait until the end of April, or several weeks. Sometimes it's 6 weeks, sometimes it's 8 weeks, for them to sell them in their shop before I make them available to you all in my shop. So with that being said, this time, the question I would like for you to answer is, what is your favorite thing about spring? Spring is my favorite season. We've got so much going on around here in the springtime. I love seeing all the new colors, all of the flowers in bloom, even though they make my allergies really bad. I love them. I love seeing the dogwood trees. I love seeing all of the flowers blooming, and the tulips and the daffodils, all those wonderful things. But then we also have my birthday, our anniversary, and Easter's always in there. So it's just a wonderful time. But what is your favorite thing about spring? What do you look forward to the most, or what makes you happy in the springtime? I love the change in the weather. It's always amazing. So like the video, subscribe to my channel, answer that question below, and we will do our next drawing for my next video. I really anticipate my next video will be within a week, because I've already checked the tracking. You know I'm watching that tracking like a hawk to see when that package will arrive, and it looks like it'll be here sometime this week, because it's already landed in the States. So I'm hoping it will clear through customs and be here by the end of the week. So stay tuned for that, which is another reason to subscribe to my channel. Go and check out the Fanciful Flamingo's website. See if you're interested in the subscription box. I'm excited about the design that I created for that box. So until I see you again, have a great week, and thank you so much.